My child, lean in close. Breathe with me. Feel the steadiness of my heart next to yours. The pain that wakes you up in the middle of the night. The soft hum of the evening. The quiet light of the kitchen. I am with you in the quiet, ordinary times. I know who you are. I admire you. I know of the small, brave things you do that no one else records. I witnessed you choosing to be compassionate when being resentful would have been easier, even when everyone thought there was no reward for faithfulness. I saw you uphold your word. I saw you remain and sit peacefully next to someone else's sorrow. I saw how you kept your tongue shut when the rumor would have perfectly captured your pain. I saw you open the book that steadies your hands and shut the tab on fury. I collected your prayers after seeing you breathe them so thinly that they seem insignificant. Like seeds, I hold on to them. You should not be impatient with the current season. You can't hurry through a formation at work. Truth, not speed, is how I'm judging you. I am following your becoming, not measuring your output. You're not running late. You're not a little person. What your worst thoughts told you last night is not who you are. I own you. Pay attention. An angel is waiting at the edge of your future. Angels are not only for the big budget movie sequences. They are close. Their hands are patient. Their watch is steady. Instead of yelling, they wait with precise, quiet concentration. You will encounter them in the phone call that comes in when your trust is waning, in the tug at your sleeve as the correct door opens, and in the unexpected bravery that awakens in the morning. Their company is when you experience a warmth that is not yours, when you hear a phrase that encourages you to show compassion rather than condemnation. Take it, since truth without sensitivity is not love. I will now speak frankly. Stress that tightens your shoulders like a rope. Friendships that ebb and leave you perplexed. Opportunities that appear to be doors, but end up in hallways. Seasons that feel like threats. The bills that arrive with an unforgiving tone. The nights when the weight in your chest says, I cannot keep going. And the fear of success that whispers, if you rise, you will be trampled. These aren't penalties. They are assessments of your trustworthiness. Don't be shocked, anticipate them. Give them names and keep in mind what I said. I'm on your side when they arrive. Now for a mild warning. Money might seem like a storm at your door. At times, you will be inclined to think that your value is dependent on your financial wealth, and you will be tempted to trade rest for short-term profits. This is a really elderly voice telling a falsehood. Your value has always been amazement rather than money. Come to me first when waves of financial strain strike. You will learn new stewardship from me. In the modest act of kindness you believe won't make a difference, and in the courageous compassion that reorganizes your heart, I will demonstrate to you that generosity is not stupid, but prophetic. Make sure your choices are based on sound advice, and prayer planning may be wise. and the act of giving from a trusting heart can have spiritual force. Fear will be there, subdued background hum that tries to guide your decisions. When fear talks, call it what it is. It tells you convincing falsehoods such, not now, later, or you can't handle the real role, because you might lose what you love. Then respond. Practice the little rebellion of faith by saying, I see you fear you have no final say. Consider the little obvious act of obedience, such as calling a friend, writing a letter, or pausing before acting. These little deeds are what give bravery its strength. With practice, muscle builds. They're repeating it to you. Listen to what I have to say about success. It will attempt to rewrite you. Don't allow being favored cause you to act irresponsibly. More louder, quicker voices will strive to mold your heart into their vision of success. Let fidelity, humility, generosity, and clarity serve as your yardstick for success. Use riches or honor like you would have borrowed cloak, putting it on to serve, and giving it back in deeds of compassion. I'm not going to beg you to disappear. I'll pray for your faithfulness. Now I address the sleeper inside of you, the dream you've tucked away in your protective pockets, because it's safer. Pay attention. I'm not a God who makes your dreams smaller. I am the God who whispers possibilities into being. I will not, however, alter fate or shape it, the way gardeners tend to seedlings. Watch water, weed, and wait is how you should handle the little things. Rarely does the miraculous seem like a movie. It seems domestic, an encounter that reroots a career, a chat that alters a choice, or the reconciliation of a single connection that breaks a chain. Anticipate miracles, get ready realistically. Your love and support mean everything to us as we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings. If this message has touched your heart, we humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least $11. Super thanks are your choice each month. Whoever can give super thanks, please give as much as possible. And whoever cannot, please try to read this message completely. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the Super Thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. Relationship problems will arise. When you need a buddy the most, they will vanish. Generosity will be mistaken for weakness by a lover. Expectations from family will be quite burdensome. Your interior architecture is put to the test with them. Will you keep your windows open and your doors unsecured? Or will you construct a heart with solid foundations of grace and honest boundaries? Boundaries are fences that keep the garden safe, not chilly walls. Learn to say yes completely and no politely. Speak the truth without embellishment. You are being a good steward of the soul I placed in you when you establish boundaries. I tenderly call you to bravery. Arrogance is not courage. Courage is often presence, uttering the word of healing rather than the message of victory, staying when it would be simpler to go, and showing up when your hands tremble. In a nosy society, being present is a marvel. Be there, take your time. Remain composed under the clamorous demands. You are learning to hear my little instructions. Go back to the peaceful spot where I breathe into your chest and tell you to rest while your heart is bounding with need. Then leave. I will now make a brief announcement. You have been selected. You are adored. I adore and patiently till the field of your life. Your mistakes are fossils that teach you how to be stronger in the future. Not a racist, I stabilize your knees as you stumble. Not count your falls. Bless the insult as it occurs. Return the blessing to its origin when it occurs. Be kind like a light more than animosity ever would. Mercy will illuminate your path. I'll offer you some useful advice every morning. Start with 3 things: a quick prayer of gratitude, a quick job based on compassion, and a deep breath. Don't let your to-do list to dictate your worth. Let your obedience serve as the blueprint. Make time for Sabbath rhythms, which are the routines that shield you from the dangers of burnout and cynicism in the future. These rhythms should be daily breaths that say, I will not be hurried, rather than once a week out of obligation. If the phrase, I receive your peace, makes your heart race, type it in the comments section. Let the truth in your bones be fixed by your lips. Say it out loud, I understand your sorrow. Grieve honestly. Some losses create delicate flaps on your heart, through which anything might enter: sadness, uncertainty, and the pain of what if. Bereavement is not a sign of weakness. It's a doorway, and I meet you through that doorway. I'm not going to rush your grief into joy. I'll keep it and labor in the background to transform grief into a covert kind of charity. You will be shaped to provide others with the same gentleness you previously need after experiencing severe pain. TRIALS that hone you, and friends that become into allies, will be part of your future journey. Be mindful of the people you surround yourself with. Choose people who support your show above those who care about your soul's growth. Dutiful, helpful, and not intended to remain. Some individuals are seasoned people. Let go with appreciation. Use thankfulness as the pruning scissors to maintain the health of your garden. Here's a promise. I see additional doors that I've previously prepared, which is why they shut. A closed door is a rerouting, not a definitive decision. Have faith in my redirection. I'll send counselors, angels, instructors and assistants. I'll put a midwife in the miracle and an assistant in the tiresome paperwork. Anticipate unexpected generosity. Listen to the silent affirmation that comes from heaven when you are tempted to gauge the extent of your favor by the cheers of others. I am closer than a round of applause. A little lesson on stress. Tension is not always caused by outside forces. It may also be produced by hastily pursuing an unattainable future. Reduce the tempo, identify the true priority. Ask, what is one obedient act one can do that respects my spirit and others around me? Then take that action several times. A life transformed by little deeds of kindness every day will last longer than one driven by desperate success. Lord, breathe in me is a useful prayer for days when you're feeling constricted. Relax my thoughts before responding to a frightening email. Say, help my hands to that which studies before you. Check the amount that is causing you concern. Say it. Your decisions will find a stable core once your breath and mind are in harmony. Listen now, no weapon created against you will succeed in the ways that count. This is a proclamation for your home, your job, and your friendships. There will be attempts, small-scale sabotage, nasty remarks, and gossip, but they won't have much of an impact. Plans that would have destroyed you are being dismantled by me. Not every slight will turn into a catastrophe. Not all rumors will develop into stories. I'm working to protect your root. Keep your head up as you walk. My darling, proceed with less complicated steps. Let your life be more about coming back than it is about performing. Go back to the fundamentals: prayer, sincere friendship, and consistent routines that maintain the tenderness of love. I will show you how to weather adversity with dignity and how to endure wealth without losing compassion. Your level of faith is shaped by both circumstances. You will sometimes be lured by both. Your fear of success and your dread of failure. Odd, but true fear of failure says, if I fail, I will be shamed, while fear of success says, if I succeed, I will be exposed. These two fears are cousins. You are asked to shrink by both. I give you instructions to go with the third option, which is to be who you are. The exposure won't ruin you if you have an honest heart. Being exposed will lead to healing, correction, and community. Keep in mind that I created your face. If you feel pressured to conceal due to other people's expectations, put it on. Let's be honest about the little dangers that will attempt to influence your future. Mental static that makes you anxious. The temptation to sacrifice sleep for productivity. The gradual deterioration of compassion when you are harmed, and the misconception that your calling must be grand to be authentic. Use basic discipline to combat this. Establish a daily internet limit of 1 hour. which should be used for quiet time and biblical study. Keep your mornings safe. Create a Thanksgiving routine at the conclusion of your day by identifying 3 items that you saw as presents. The brain is rewired toward hope by gratitude. Once again, I offer you financial advice with pragmatism. Take care of the little things. Maintaining a stable budget is a spiritual exercise. It teaches your heart to say enough and to see that wealth is the result of prudent management rather than the lack of need. Even when it seems silly, give. Trust is calibrated by generosity. It communicates to the world your faith in my ability to provide, and provision often comes in the form of courageous giving. Opportunities will swarm you like tourists in a corridor during a peculiar season. Both will seem appealing, not all of them are for you. The doors that keep you awake in a positive manner are the ones that line up with the little honest yes in your chest. The proper chant won't be the answer to your lingering uncertainty. Rather, it will seem like the answer to the rest you want. Step lightly away when a door seems stunning, but you're not at ease. You have a compass in your tranquility. I am now announcing that I shall double your meager obeisances. I can move mountains without using big movements. I utilize measured steps and mustard seeds, a phone call of favor repaid, or a night spent listening rather than talking, are examples of plant loyal behaviors. Your vocation will flourish in these souls. If you promise one little act of obedience today, write "I will trust the small step" in the comments. Allow your tongue and thumb to cooperate. With your heart, listen to my advice on relationships. Choose friends who will be kind and honest. Tenderness without truth fades. Truth without tenderness fractures. Look for both. It's not always you who fails. When a friendship turns into a drain rather than a sanctifying force, sometimes folks are unable to pour because they are just too tired from their own story. Show them kindness and let them go. Offer up prayers for them, but avoid getting caught up in a cycle that saps your happiness. Now I'll talk about the dread of solitude. Loneliness is a terrible thing that may come at you at any time. Don't rush into the wrong closeness to fill the hole when it arises. Seek a meaningful connection with people who will be willing to say the difficult things in a loving manner, a small group that prays, or a meeting where you can be yourself. Get used to being at ease in your own company. Learn to distinguish between loneliness and being alone, so that isolation becomes holy rather than a source of hunger. Fill your insides with my presence. By continuing to practice tiny trust, you may defend your soul against the encroaching menace of cynicism. Give a buddy your tail if you trust them. You should anticipate finding me on the outskirts of your days. Bring an angel into your everyday life. If you have to ask for a sign out loud, I respect the little prayers. I'll set up a sequence of events so easy You'll chuckle when you see how I did it. The term rest is not a sign of sloth. Therefore, don't be scared of it. It is a defiance of a society that equates value with productivity. Sabbath is a posture as much as a day. It's the process by which you cease giving and begin taking. Create pockets of Sabbath by planning an agenda. Free stroll a leisurely cup of tea, or an afternoon without electronics. To avoid becoming empty when the storms come, include Sabbath into your week. Here are some statements for the next season. I take away the influence of constant comparison in your life. Don't base your course on other people's highlight reels. You and I share an intimate timeline. Comparison will attempt to rob you of your happiness. When it comes to comparison, you will discover that creativity and satisfaction come back like old friends. When you say my path is my path, I will run my race with patience. Expect changes in your line of work. Doors that you believe to be permanent will shut. Closures should not be interpreted as subjective judgments. A closed door may sometimes be my gentle hand guiding you in the direction of a project that respects your talent, but demands your rest. If you take good care of your presence, I will do you a favor. Choose excellent advice from someone who has both God sense and market sense. When wisdom marries both, it will prevent you from making terrible judgments that seem religious. It's a tough term, but it's true. You will be tempted to compromise your morals for expediency. A quicker route with compromise will be offered in a variety of ways, such as a project that asks you to twist the facts, a contract that encourages flattery, or a shortcut that demands quiet over injustice. Don't accept the deal if a contract costs you your soul. Don't be scared to lose it. Honesty is always rewarded with long-lasting benefits. What has been lacking in you? Courage, joy, and a feeling of play. I shall restore without pleasure. The world will expect you to be helpful. It's a cultural error. Joy makes you more resilient. Your creativity is renewed via play. A song, a bouquet of vibrant flowers, an hour painting or awkward dancing are all ways to bring a childish joy into your week. They're not trivial, they are pharmaceuticals. My child, walk boldly in faith and love. With your super Thanksgiving $2, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the Super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace. Now, and listen to this message further. I'll offer you techniques for your provision. Conscious heart, establish a buffer, even if it's a little emergency fund. Being practical is an act of stewardship, not a sign of lack of faith. Make the most of this opportunity to develop resilience, boosting abilities. Heroic solitude is not resilience. It is a combination of community and adaptation. Create a network of individuals who will help you out when you need labor and skill. seasonal warnings. There will be evenings when your optimism seems flimsy. Don't stop the pain throughout those nights. Bring it to me, put it in the spotlight. Don't let the tale be dictated by darkness. Remind yourself of the little things, like a letter returned, a discussion resolved, or an additional hour of patience. Hope is restored by these discussions. I'm not done with you yet. You are being shaped by me to be able to provide blessings to others without hoarding and to bear them without breaking. You'll act as a conduit. Truth and kindness will seep into your life. The criteria you use to determine what is important are being reset by me. I will provide you with companionship during times of loneliness and clarity. During times of bewilderment, the path ahead will be a complicated one, filled with grace, hardship, and astonishment. Anticipate both boring errands and times when it seems like paradise is pressing down on your life. Simply say, "Show me the next faithful thing," and then follow through on it. The act is sacred. You will encounter resistance. Opposition is not limited to the outside. You will have to overcome an internal resistance that whispers outdated labels, such as "you are too late," "you are not a speaker," and "you are not enough." All of these labels are false. Tell them the truth and cut them off. Join me in declaring, "I am loved. I have been appointed. I will complete the task assigned to me." Repeat this until the rhythm becomes ingrained in your body. Regarding miracles, don't confine them to the spectacular. I'm a God of specifics. Celebrate the little things in life, like a kid saying, "I forgive you," a discussion that heals a fracture, a surprise check that arrives just when you need it, or a restored appetite. Maintain a miraculous diary. You instruct your spirit to recall my constancy. When you put them in writing, for dread in the future, memory is armor when it comes to opportunity. Not every door that opens is for you. Ask for insight in prayer, then follow your instincts. Pause if an opportunity makes you feel agitated. Make your move if it fits with the individuals I have trusted and the calling I have given you. Before committing your life to a significant shift, take advantage of the office of tiny tests, such as a trial term, a brief commitment, or an internship. This is prudent stewardship, not cowardice. To the exhausted worker, heaven knows that your effort is not nameless. I see the steady hands, the coffee mugs, and the late nights. I will increase the yield of sincere labor, following a protracted drought. Rest will come like rain, small and adequate vindications, like a re-established connection, a long overdue apologies, or the return of a buddy you lost will surprise you. Trophies won't be as valuable as them. A caution against the spirit of haste. Haste dilutes the holy. Moments are compressed so tightly that grace is unable to breathe. Practice little, intentional actions of delay to resist it. Sometimes you walk aimlessly, Keep your hands free. Allow stillness to serve as a new language for you. Joy will surprise you by appearing when you least expect it. Happiness is independent of ideal conditions. It will rely on the noticing habit. Focus on the little positive things. Give me credit for them. A spiritual muscle that attracts greater blessings is praise. Right now I want to give you a type of bravery. The courage to be normal. Doing simple things out of love is nothing to be embarrassed of. Pray while you fold the towels. Prepare food thoughtfully. Be an observant neighbor in a world full with show. These little actions are prophetic. Relationship declaration. Past betrayals will not define you. I'll rebuild your trust slowly, certainly. But really, a group of people who have shown their love and protection will surround you. Allow knowledge to salt forgiveness. Wisdom is protection. Forgiveness is liberation in the same heart. Both are possible. Regarding success once again, but from a different perspective. Surround yourself with truth tellers. When success arrives, don't let your identity be shaped by attractive reflections more than a reward. Success is a test of character in times of favor. Let your first actions be for the benefit of the weak, rather than for your own survival. Raise up those who have not been noticed. You will remain honest as a result. I provide you practical spiritual habits, like keeping a brief morning scripture that you refer to throughout the day, a phrase of promise or a verse that serves as an anchor. Say that promise like a lifeline. If you're feeling anxious, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Second, create a group of no more than 5 individuals who are able to communicate honestly and lovingly with you. Third, establish a weekly reflection routine that includes an hour for reviewing the week, naming lessons learned, expressing appreciation, and letting go of things you can no longer hold. You will be more robust to the dangers of stress, anxiety, and false success. If you adopt these 3 behaviors, there will be times when you feel like your talent is invisible. Value and visibility are not the same thing. When the time is right, I will bring recognition. When you get praise, don't take it as a new idol, but rather as a resource to share. A claim may be used to spread compassion. Serve by using your position. A kind word about uncertainty now, rather than being the antithesis of religion. Doubt may sometimes serve as a gateway to a more profound faith. Ask honest questions as they come up. I have no fear of your inquiries. I'll meet you there and grasp your perplexity. Unquestioning faith may be fragile. When faith wrestles, it gets strong. Be nice while you wrestle. Be honest when you wrestle. You are not ineligible because you have doubts. For people who worry about their relationships, careers, or kids, I understand your dread. Please pray for my safety, but also for your share of useful action. Often safety is a combination of prayer and vigilance. Instill resilience in your kids. Show compassion, teach them to fail and get back up. That is what I leave behind. Not a life without challenges, but a life with a God who tackles challenges head on and uses them to his advantage. Here's a brief prophecy I'm inviting you into, a time when even the smallest act of kindness will have profound consequences. The world will be hungry for neighbors who show up, for leaders who bow down, and for employees who take pleasure in their job. Your existence serves as a protest against a society that values showmanship above compassion. Allow your tiny deeds of kindness to serve as an example for others. Anticipate patchy progress. Rarely is growth linear. There will be abrupt changes, regressions, and plateaus. Don't let the absence of a consistent slope deter you. The root develops in the absence of light. Believe in the invisible work. I will bestow a blessing on your financial situation. Sometimes my supply will seem to be sufficient, and other times it will appear to be plenty. However, enough is a haven. Sure, all open accounts, but more significantly, all open hands. Hands that can graciously receive, give, and steward. Hold on to that open-handed stance. In the future, celebrity and influence could be put to the test. If you get praise, keep in mind the humility lesson. The individuals who knew you when your hands were empty are the little ones in your life. Sit close to them. Count them, they are your real yardstick. Honor them, elevate them, and stay close to them. They will maintain your authenticity. This message's last piece of advice, not the conclusion, is to take the time to record 3 victories each week. They may be quite little. I call that friend. I prayed when I wanted to lash out, or I paid one bill on time, or examples of victories. When you accumulate victories, you establish proof of improvement that is difficult to disprove. Save the file in difficult times. Go over it again. I'm with you. Dear angels, keep an eye on your movements. Your falls are tracked by grace, who uses them as construction pieces. You will discover that the little, devoted decisions you made while no one was looking help to prepare you for these unexpected mornings. Don't lose your heart. Be explicit about your limits. Keep your hands occupied with modest deeds of kindness and your eyes on me. Now take another breath with me. Inhale steadily and slowly. Let go. Keep in mind that you are not alone. Someone has phoned you. You are being shaped. You have been selected. You are cherished. Amen. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.